Hi everyone and welcome to today's Chinese pod lesson. I'm Joe.
大家好，欢迎来到中文播客，我是庆林。
In today's lesson, we are going on a small family trip. And especially we will talk about the things that you will have to remember taking when you go on such an outing. So what would be things that you take when you go out with your family?
衣服，
衣服, like maybe for the kids or when it gets too cold.
零食，
Snacks.
水壶，
And a water bottle or more than one. Okay, and some of those you will find in our dialogue as well. So let's check it out.
小朋友的零食呢？
带了，
水壶呢？
带了，你放心，出门吧。
小朋友的零食呢？
带了，
水壶呢？
带了，你放心，出门吧。
小朋友的零食呢？
带了，
水壶呢？
带了，你放心，出门吧。
Before discussing the dialogue in detail, let's break it down line by line.
小朋友的零食呢？
What about the snacks for the kids?
小朋友的零食呢？
What about the snacks for the kids?
小朋友的零食呢？带了，
Got it.
带了，
Got it.
带了。水壶呢？
And the water bottle?
水壶呢？
And the water bottle?
水壶呢？带了，你放心，出门吧。
Got it. Don't worry. Let's go.
带了，你放心，出门吧。
Got it. Don't worry. Let's go.
带了，你放心，出门吧。
So here we have a couple talking about having a trip and what to bring. And what do you think? Where do they go?
公园吧。
Oh yeah, maybe to the park or maybe even an extended weekend trip. Who knows? However, they're talking about what to bring for this trip. And the first question is, what about the snacks for the kids?
小朋友的零食呢？
So you have some words that we should talk about first. The first one is kid.
小朋友，小朋友。
So this can be either kid or kids. And what's cute about this word is you maybe know the parts inside that mean friend already.
朋友，
And here we have a little friend, and this little friend then becomes a kid. So a little friend, kid.
小朋友，
And then in the sentence we have another word that means snacks.
零食，零食。
And ling is actually, it means fragment or something, but it's often used to represent zero as well. So it's actually zero and then plus shi, which is food. So it's zero food. Maybe that's because snacks have like next to zero nutritional value. So that's like, oh, zero food. No.
零食，
And in between those two words, kids and snacks, we have a particle.
的，
This particle is used as a possessive particle, and we use that to say things like my, your, his, or anything like of somebody. Okay, maybe let's practice this a little bit. How would I say my?
我的零食，
Oh, okay, so my snacks. So my would actually just be I and this possessive particle, and then it's the thing of me, and this is my.
你的钱，
Oh, so now it's ni plus this the. So this makes you to your, and you said money, your money.
他的衣服，
Oh, I know that example. So ta means he, and this plus the is his. So now it's his clothes.
他的衣服。
And in our example, we had it's the snacks of the kids.
小朋友的零食，
So we have the here to indicate that this thing is of the kids. But of course, in a more natural translation, this maybe becomes the snacks for the kids because it's things we are taking for them to eat. We have another small word here in the end of the first sentence. What is that?
呢？
This is a question particle that is used to ask questions like what about something. So here we have what about the snacks for the kids.
小朋友的零食呢？
And of course, we can use other questions with this. So I could ask, what about his clothes?
他的衣服呢？
Okay, so this ne is what about. Sometimes, depending on context, it changes its meaning a little bit, but what about is a very good translation to remember in general. But for instance, it could be, what about his clothes? Where are they? Or what about his clothes? Have you thought of them? Like, depending on context, there's a little bit more to it. So what about the snacks for the kids?
带了，
Oh, he brought them. So here we have the verb to bring.
带，带。
And this is paired up with yet another particle that indicates the completion of an action. So this le in the end makes to bring into brought.
带了，
So he brought the snacks for the kids. If he, let's say he forgot it, what would he have said if he said, oh, I didn't bring it?
没带，
Okay, so this may is not. And then together with bring again, this would be not bring and say, oh, didn't bring it. What is the next thing the wife then thinks about?
水壶，水壶，
So this is a water bottle. And here she uses the ne particle again. And then she asks, what about the water bottle or water bottles?
水壶呢？
So here we are talking probably again about the water bottles of the kids. But she just leaves this of the kids out of the equation because we know the context already. But if we wanted to say the whole sentence, how would we say that?
小朋友的水壶呢？
And did he bring the water bottles?
带了，
Of course he did. And now this guy may think that his wife is a little bit annoying, right?
对呀，
And then he goes on and tells her, don't worry,
你放心，
and just let's go.
出门吧，
So let's talk about the vocabulary here. We have the first, which is don't worry.
放心，放心，
And this is a cute little word or an interesting word because when you look at the words inside, the characters inside, you have the word for to put down something
放
and the word for heart.
心，
And this is like to put down your heart, put your heart at rest.
放心，
Don't worry. And then we have this other word, which is to leave.
出门，
And this is to go out
出
and the door.
门，
And this together then becomes to leave the door, go out of the door, leave the house.
出门，出门，
And here we have yet this particle ba again in the end to make a suggestion. And we could probably hear some other things instead of 出门 as well, right?
可以说出发吧，
Oh yeah, 出发, that would be departure. So similar meaning. What else?
走吧，
So is to walk. So let's go. So now let's check out the dialogue again.
小朋友的零食呢？
带了，
水壶呢？
带了，你放心，出门吧。
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
小朋友的零食呢？
带了，
水壶呢？
带了，你放心，出门吧。
小朋友的零食呢？
带了，
水壶呢？
带了，你放心，出门吧。
In today's lesson and our small family outing, we have learned how you can talk about things that you have brought or have not brought.
带了，没带。
And we have used the possessive particle de to say things like the snacks of the children.
小朋友的零食。
Additionally, we have used the particle ne to ask questions like, what about his clothes?
他的衣服呢？
So we have figured out that this husband in our dialogue is maybe a little bit forgetful, right?
对，
So let's spin the situation a little bit further and maybe let's assume we are in the park now. What do you think would happen?
零食呢？
Oh yeah, the woman would definitely start to check again. So the snacks. 带了。
水壶呢？
Water bottles? 带了。
尿布呢？
Diapers. 没带。Okay, I have to go home now and get those diapers quickly. And if you guys have any questions on today's content, you can leave us a comment below. My name is Joe.
我是庆林，
See you
下
next
次
time.
见，
Bye bye.
拜。
Now, here's a vocabulary recap.
小朋友，
Kid or kids?
零食，
Snacks.
带，
To bring.
水壶，
Water bottle.
放心，
Don't worry.
出门。
To leave.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number,
4369.
so just go to www.chinesepod.com/,
4369.
and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/.
4369.